Hello and welcome to a review of Project Highrise, made by SomaSim and published by Kasedo Games. And Project Highrise is basically it's a builder management game where you build a nice skyscraper or a tower. If you've played old games like Sim Tower and all the similar games, you'll immediately notice that this game is very similar to those, and a very nice successor to that genre of games. And Project Highrise offers you a sandbox mode where you can name your building, change your difficulty level, different amounts of money you start with, and economy is effective as well, but costs and revenues are higher and revenues lower than in standard mode and regular sized lots. And then you have even more higher difficulties and lower difficulties. You can change the area where you can build, so you can have the standard, you can have a narrow but tall, you have a short and wide, and you have an extra large, so for a lot of space. In addition to the sandbox mode, you have scenarios, so there's a bunch of scenarios you can play on. They give you this basically pre-built building and some scenario conditions that you need to fill, and then some events happen during the scenario, and some buildings are disabled, or some other rooms are disabled in some scenarios. Like you cannot build certain type of offices, you cannot build offices at all in this building, or you cannot build any housing in this building, and you have to only rely on the other one, and stuff like that. And the scenarios are actually pretty fun. Oops. And let's not play this scenario. There's also modding for the game. So here's a mod support for the game, and there's a Steam Workshop support as well. Don't have any mods currently installed, but the game does support modding quite nicely. And also tutorial, which is really nice. If you've not played this kind of games that much, highly recommend playing the tutorial first. Let's go to just a sandbox. We'll go on let's go extra large on a easy, normal difficulty, and we'll just go with call it that. Let's go. So let me show you the game a bit. So here's our lot. As you can see, it is extra large. Let me pause the game. So here's the bus stop where your workers and everyone coming to your tower comes. Later on, you can get a subway station under your, or a metro station under your building, which also people come from there. And then there's the other edge of the map, and then we can go up and we can go down depending on the map selection. And we can add floor pieces. Here you can see that we can do 39 floors at the moment and 29 floors down, but you can also increase the amount of floors through research, as there is things for that. We'll show those in a second. So this is your basic building, and we need to get some money rolling. And here's your goals. So currently we have proof of concept, so we need a daily rent goal of 1,000, and yesterday's rent is 0. And you can take an additional contract to earn extra cash. So we can look at these contracts here. And every time you complete contracts, you get new ones unlocked. And there's also requirements that you need to get for certain ones. And you can have 2 at the moment, but you can unlock a slot for a 3rd one later on. So increase our population to 50 gives you a bit of money, and then you get completion money, basic offices, studio apartments, bit of variety for restaurants. Let's just go with more people needed. So there, now we have 2 contracts, and these contracts are really good way to keep track where you should pretty much go next, like what to focus on. So it's kind of guiding you to do the next thing through this. Up here we have overlays for all kinds of satisfaction, traffic, and view and everything. Well, since we don't really have anything yet, they don't do much. Up here we have utilities displayed. So on this first level underground, you have all the electrical lines, phone lines, cable, TV, water pipes, and gas pipes going throughout the whole map. And then you need to build these, for example, we have a transformer here. which adds 10 electrical connections to the building. And it needs to be connected to here, and then you underground, and then you pipe it up with pipes upstairs, and these wiring closets, so we can get them upstairs. And this one carries over the electricity, the phones, and the TV, and then we need water and gas as well to do it. And then we have a construction grid, so you see how you can build here, and you see the building information. It's pretty much the same as when you do this, you get the same information. And down here we have well, all the tools we need to build the tower. So speed, your prestige level, which allows you to build it basically unlocks new rooms and stuff for you. As you get population, you get prestige, like it says, having 20 population gives you +1, then artworks and happy tenants give you more, and completing special contracts give you prestige, and move-outs and evictions will lower your prestige. So if things are going bad, you lose your prestige and everything goes to hell, pretty much. And if I get prestige, for example, here, if I have apartments, so currently we can do only tiny studio apartments, but this one requires 2 prestige. So when I get the prestige, we can get 1 room bedrooms, and then all the way to the loft apartments. And then we have population, so currently we have only 2. Here's all the statistics and information you can see as well. So we have 2 population at the moment, and various workers and residents. So these are these are visitors, these are the population. So you have visitors in your tower as well. If you have restaurants and shops and stuff like that, they can come to visit and shop at your tower. And your restaurants and shops require a certain amount of revenue so that they actually stay in your tower. If they're losing money, they're gonna move out and shut down their business, and that can snowball really badly because certain buildings require certain services, and if those services move out, those buildings will move out, and then everything just crumbles from that. So having visitors and population is really important. Then we have the money, which is self-explanatory. We have money, they pay in money in the midnight. Then we have a buzz, and buzz is generated by, well, doing well and having nice restaurants and everything by your people, and also from some contracts. And they allow you to do media campaigns for a day, which affect all kinds of things. Like this gives you 50% more visitors from the city, no weather impact on number of visitors, and then you can do call in a favor for extra contract and stuff like that. So buzz allows you to do these kind of extra things, take an extra load, construction costs, and all of this. Build more of floors cheaply. Like this one would be really nice if you need a mass expansion of levels up and down and the sides. This would give you that at 50% cost only. So popping this on for a day and then quickly building more room would be a really great idea. When you spend buzz to get one of these media campaigns, the next ones will become more and more expensive. So you kind of have to, well, save up buzz and also decide when it's the right time to use the buzz, and not just hey, I have buzz for some of these, just click on that one. No, you should save it whenever it's needed, actually. Then we have the other thing that you accumulate is influence, and influence allows you to well, firstly you need to get these offices. So you get interior decorator office, which allows you to get statues and all kinds of nice things in your building, which give you the prestige from the artworks. Then you have art dealer and the famous art gallery, which are the next levels of that. Then you have politics. You have a lobbyist office, which gives you all kinds of political upgrades. And then you have operations, it's the building manager, which gives you building related upgrades. So for example, here in the aesthetics, this is the art dealer or the interior decorator, gives you small artworks, art studios, medium artworks, art galleries, and then large artworks. And you buy these with influence. Firstly you buy the office with an influence, and then you buy these upgrades here. Then you have politics, you get public transportation, so this is the metro station. You can increase your height limits, you get plaza decorations, you get zoning changes, so you're limited to a certain amount of tiles, firstly, and this increases at, well, doubles, basically. And then you have public art, you can place public outside my building as well. And then operations, for the building manager, you have a new construction office, so construction office is the one that actually builds you stuff, so you can have another one. Then the construction workers, optimize maintenance, so maintenance workers work faster, optimize services, same thing, and exclusive elevators. You have these nice VIP elevators for your wealthy rich people living on the upper floors. And that's basically influence. And in here we have all the things we can construct, which we will do in a second, and then game options, save current game and quit on that side. So here we have currently nothing on this level except the wiring closet. Then we have stairs, and this is our construction office and the electricity there. Let's move the time, and we're gonna start by adding a floor here, just like that, and then you can go sides as well. There. You can also do this. You don't have to actually connect these buildings if you don't want to. They will still go between the buildings. But for now, we'll delete that. You're also required to have a floor under here, so you cannot just build a ledge over this. You have to have this under here, and then you can expand here. Also, we probably need access upstairs. So let's get the elevator going. Like there, we'll build an elevator so they can actually access the building, so speed up time. And there we go. So they'll start working, building your elevators first, so they actually access the levels, and then they need to construct these rooms. And you can see the construction being done when all of these construction tools and junk gets out of there. And I think first things we want to do is get some offices going. And you want the offices to not be on the ground level. Certain things want to be on the ground level, certain things want to be up, high up, and stuff like that. So let's see an office. So there's a valid placement above ground, on ground floor, building cost free, allocate space for small offices. So we'll do a small office there. And then as you build an office, you have to select who moves in there. So there's potential tenants for that. So you have insurance offices, accounting offices, and legal offices, and creative offices. But for example, the creative offices here require a greater variety of cafes and prestige at level 1. And they offer you different amounts of money, but they're also required for higher level buildings. For example, when you get all the way to the HQ suites, they require a certain amount of, for example, there's a different HQs, and if you have like the insurance HQ, it requires you to have a certain amount of insurance offices in your building, so that you can actually build it. So here's Francis Q. Colombo at company, giving a 95, Lietcom is giving you 100, these are 115, so we want probably the one that gives you most money. But if you look at these, they also have different requirements here. So these insurance offices expect copy services and need electrical line. We don't have copy services yet, so we need to make that. But if you look, the accounting offices, they require courier and copy services. So they do offer you more money, but they also require more things from you. So I'm just gonna get you to move in, and we're gonna have to make the services. So here's our services for business and for apartment dwellers, and just copy services there. So we'll just put it into the basement, and as they complete the upstairs, I'm just gonna plop down some of these. So we'll start earning money. We also need to get the power up there, so here we get the wiring closet up there, and then We'll just pull a power line through there. And we'll probably need a power line on this level as well. Yeah. And here's all the 5 different services that you can do. What I usually like to do is have these next to each other here. So have all my utilities to come from this one side here. And as I build up the tower, I would just put these one after another going up. I usually have them next to the elevator shaft. So here, first office is done, and satisfaction is okay. Our budget is not looking the hottest at the moment because we're spending money, but 500 revenue as well. And early game, you pretty much want offices quickly to earn some money. Like we are losing money at the moment. So we would probably allocate more office space next. As they complete that. Can we actually fit? Yeah, we should widen the building just by 1 tile. So we can immediately place another office. There. 2 offices. So we no longer have any potential tenants for insurance offices. So we could go for the accounting next, or we could run an advertising that there is free space. So move in, please. But I don't know if we should or not. We should probably just go for the different ones. Let's build some space in the underground as well. We'll get the courier services for them, and we should probably get some restaurants going. So let's pop down here a food court. And there's a difference with these as well, cafes and food court restaurants, and what they offer. And these like high traffic areas, this is a sub shop, serves lunch, and this is a hearty takeout, serves breakfast and lunch. So there is difference what they do offer, and your residents and visitors and workers ask for different things. So if they want breakfast, you have to have a breakfast service, and this hot dog grill would not offer that. So we are doing a original Lincoln Park bagels in there. And 5 offices. Ding. And ding. And now we should be pretty close to actually being on plus minus 0 income. And while we're waiting, I'm gonna add a 2nd floor. Elevator again, and down here we can get the services. So copy services there. And in the beginning you do not want more than 1 restaurant because they require to actually have business, and if they don't have business they'll move out. I think on the next floor I'll build a couple of house or apartments so we can see how they work as well. Valid placement above ground. And let's do the wiring. We probably need actually more power soon. And we don't have water pump yet, so we should probably get one of those. So we'll make a station here. Sorry, one of these. The small one. Yeah. Now we have 10 water available. We only have... Oh, we don't have any power, so we should get another power. Electrical. Yeah. So that's a bit expensive, 50 electricity. We're gonna lose a lot of money now, but that's fine. This is just for demonstration, not for actual survival. So up here we can do some studio apartments. Can we fit? Yeah, this is perfect size. Just show them in there. And then here you have also different ones. So basic studio apartments, deluxe, and luxury studio apartments. So not only is there 6 of these different levels, each of them have a different versions as well, which is really nice. And they expect different things, like this needs electrical lines, water pipes, gas pipes, upper floors, hates noisy areas, smelly areas, expects trash bins, and requires plumber every now and then. And then there is this guy who doesn't really need any of that, except that they expect trash, so we should get trash after this. So you guys, please move in. expect doesn't need to be filled immediately, but a need needs to be immediately fulfilled. We'll go down and put the trash services down there. Let's see. Trash is here, so we have trash bins and collection rooms. So we'll just pop a trash can in there, and that will service the whole floor. And usually I have these and these, the trash can on the other side like here, and these on the other side of here, going on next to the elevator shaft, so they're easy to access. And I always know that I have those on that level. Also, one thing I always kind of tend to forget is actually pulling these lines. So I make these closets, but I never remember to actually pull the power and water lines to the actual buildings, and then they move out and I'm wondering what's happening. The other things here are the artworks you can do, and then you can also decorate these rooms. Not the rooms that actually have like a building like this, but these empty spaces can be decorated with all kinds of sculptures and fountains, and you can paint the backgrounds and do different colors in there. And here's the shops and cafes, and there's also retail stores when you get enough prestige for that. So that's basically how the game works, and now we are waiting for a tenant to move in, as we have this housing. Let's see if I do have a save game here. Let's see. I don't have one of my bigger ones. Let's just play this one. So here's a building that's a bit more expanded. I don't seem to have saved one of my massive towers. Also, the game has updated ever since I played last time, so that's probably the reason. But yeah, here you have a bit bigger tower, and I have the elevator shaft here with services on the side. All kinds of services that are required down here, and we have all these restaurants, some apothecary shop there. Here we have the interior decorators, and a massive block of different kinds of offices, just basic ones, and different ones. There's a lobbyist up here, and the building manager, and nice restaurant upstairs as well. One thing you need to do is to also not just build the buildings, but you have to maintain them. And if you look at this office here, they look a bit crappy. Satisfaction is low, and it's getting worn down, so you need to actually renovate these in here. You can do it by clicking those, or you can go to your maintenance building, which is this one, and you can renovate all your buildings in one go here. And this can be really tough later in the game, when you have a lot of buildings, because it can drain a lot of money. And if the buildings get really crappy, people will move out, and then you start losing more money, and then you kind of snowball in this lose-lose situation, where everything goes to goes south very quickly. And there you can see the influence popping up. So these are satisfied people living in here, and they give me influence, which I can now spend here as I have the different buildings. So here we could get new art studios, for example, or we could have gotten the public transportation, and that's how you unlock those things. And there we have the media bus, but we don't still have enough, because they're quite expensive, and we don't have that many services that generate the bus. But like a nice restaurant right there, where everyone is coming through the bus, that offers a wide variety of things they require, would generate a massive amount of buzz. And both the influence and the buzz, when you have a huge tower, generates just a pretty crazy rates, but you also require a lot of them, so makes sense. And we just unlocked the art deal, which is why this is lit up there. But anyways, yeah, that's a Project Highrise. It's a really damn awesome tower building game. Or a skyscraper building game, I guess. If you like building and management type of games, you'll love this game as well. I highly recommend trying this out. Especially if you are a fan of the older sim tower type of games. This is a really nice modern take on that. So anyways, thank you for watching this review of the Project Highrise. If you like this one, check out the other reviews and also the Let's Plays and other content on my YouTube channel. And also I'll live stream at Nara.tv every day. Games like this, other management building strategy games and all kinds of stuff. So anyways, I'll see you guys next time.